All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Again, thank y'all so much for coming over, man. We are on the Comedy Hype channel, and it says Steve Harvey mocks Katt Williams for dissing him on Club Shay. Finally responds. Shout out to Shannon Sharp. That video I think is at like 37 million views now. The interview with Katt Williams. And, you know, if you haven't seen it yet, I suggest you check it out so you can be in the know of everything that's going on. But other than, you know, besides the comedy, I mean, he was exposing a lot, especially what goes on in Hollywood, you know. Kevin Hart had said something about him being on drugs. That's why he didn't get the roles. But Katt Williams was saying, like, I didn't accept those roles because of the stuff they wanted me to do in there. It gets deep. Very, very, very entertaining interview, but I want to see what Steve Harvey had to say about this. So, again, appreciate all the love and support. We ain't gonna waste no more time. Let's jump right into it.
For Comedy Hype News, I'm Symphony Thompson. As we're all still dealing with the aftermath of Katt Williams' explosive interview with Shannon Sharp on Club Shay podcast, some of the comedians that were mentioned during the nearly 3-hour conversation have responded via social media. By a long shot, the comedians that took the biggest shots from Katt were Cedric the Entertainer, Ricky Smiley, and Steve Harvey. Now, both Cedric and Ricky would immediately respond. When Cedric was accused of stealing
Revision is regardless of whatever Katt's opinion might get rid of reduce no one look at Williams because he made over 40 movies. My special brand speak value on people.
Jokes, he responded via Instagram. Ricky would reply to Katt on his radio show after he was called out for saying the role of Money Mike was originally supposed to go to him and not Katt Williams. Aside from Cedric and Ricky, there were plenty of comedians who shared their thoughts on the viral interview. And it's clear that Steve Harvey is one figure everyone wants to hear from. People would make this known after Katt attacked Harvey's alleged hairpiece in the late 90s, accused Harvey of stealing Mark Curry's style and sitcom premise, as well as accusing him of lying.
When you see the videos side by side, it is wild. It is wild. Like how Katt Williams was saying that they stole this, they stole that. When you see it side by side, and to me, like, I never thought about it. And I used to love hanging with Mr. Cooper. And they literally played pretty much the same character. But go look at all the jokes side by side and make the decision for yourself if you haven't already.
About his homelessness. Since Katt's interview hit the internet, the Steve Harvey Morning Show has aired several pre-recorded episodes, leaving Harvey unable to address the matter on the radio. However, Monday's episode is when he finally got the chance to join in on the conversation.
Oh, let's see.
Steve mentioning the Shannon Sharp interview began after the morning show crew congratulated co-host Nephew Tommy on starting a new season of the reality dating series Ready to Love, where he serves as the host. Harvey would jokingly say that soon accusations will start to form surrounding Tommy stealing the idea of Ready to Love. Obviously, this was in reference to Katt Williams' interview, which would make Harvey's first time breaking his silence.
Are they going to show?
Hold it, Tommy. So you a comedian, you a radio host.
Uh-oh.
Yes. And now you got a game show? I'm finna go on Shannon Sharp show and accuse you of stealing my whole damn career. I thought you were supposed to go in there and enlighten people.
Now, in addition to that, on Sunday, Harvey would share an...
See, he's trying to be funny. But like I said, it gets deeper. But a lot of people don't like to go that deep and really put themselves in the situation that Katt is talking about. You know? Like when you're a comedian, man, that's what you got. That's all you got. And like you practice on these jokes. I'm talking about when you make an original joke. And then someone take it and try to twist it and spin it and make it seem like it's not the same thing. It's crazy. Especially when they're at a level like, because they said he said Cedric thought that he was just a nobody comedian. He could just do this and nobody would notice.
Old clip on Twitter showing him in between tapings of Family Feud. Harvey tells his audience there's no need to address his haters because they can just watch him on TV. Steve's caption read, "You don't have to address your haters." Now, at the time of Harvey's Twitter post, he still hadn't said anything about Katt's interview. However, that didn't stop several of Harvey's followers from assuming this post was a subliminal to Katt Williams. One Twitter user would simply write, "The Katt effect." Another user would chime in, "I think this is addressing them, Steve." Now, as his closing remarks, Harvey would tell listeners of his radio show to focus on the positive and to stop allowing negativity into their space. Once again, possibly alluding to Katt Williams' negative comments about him. Harvey would go on to say, "Be careful when you hear something that's laid out to be the truth. And because the person that's telling you what they say is true is speaking eloquently. Don't be deceived by that. There are some people who know how to lie so well, they know how to sprinkle in just enough truth and wrap it inside their lies."
Again, that would make sense if those videos weren't out there for people to see. You know what I mean? If you couldn't search like the videos of the jokes being pretty much the same, this would make a lot of sense. But the jokes are out there. They're out there. And a lot of people are posting them. So, I don't know, Steve. I feel like he's trying to take the high road, but it's almost like Katt's been taking the high road. And then he said, forget this. And on the show, he just let it all out. So everybody's like, uh-oh.
Where they got you thinking someone is telling the truth, beware of those people. But what do you guys think about Steve Harvey's responses to Katt Williams' interview? Let us know in the comments below. Stay up to date with the latest news and comedy by subscribing here to our YouTube channel. Follow Comedy Hype across all social media and look out for original content on our new streaming service. For Comedy Hype News, I'm Symphony Thompson.
I thought it would be more to this video as far as what Steve said, but I guess he said what he said. My whole thing is this, man. Like, I'm a fan of Steve Harvey. I love him on Family Feud, man, because he reminds you of like that uncle that always say something crazy. Right? Like, all these people involved, I feel like are pretty good comedians. Now, Ricky Smiley, I haven't really seen a lot of his stuff. I know he talk about like I'm Lil Daryl. Other than that, I never really watched a lot of his stuff. A fan of Cedric the Entertainer, you know, but when you really, really, really think about it, Katt Williams is one of the only ones who you may not have seen like consistently doing stuff like the Kevin Harts, the Cedrics, the Steve, the DL Hughley. And DL Hughley is the one he said he's cool with. He will tolerate no slander of DL. That's what Katt Williams said. You know, but like I said, back in the day, I was like, damn, is Katt on drugs? Because that's how they made it seem. That man said he's been arrested 30 times and never went to jail or something like that. So my whole thing is like, they make him look like he's crazy because he don't want to comply with them. That's what it is. It makes a lot of sense, man. But people like who they like and they don't who they don't, so they're going to think what they want to think. A lot of people don't like to dig deep in these situations because it's like it's going to make them conflicted on the people that they love. I can like Steve Harvey and still know that Katt is telling the truth. I can do that. I'm a fan of his, but it's like, all right, bro, like, hey, you know. But all right, hey, appreciate you guys coming over and watching, man. Please comment below. Peace out.